Ladies and gentlemen, Cranky Weather Guy is coming back. That's a Christmas miracle. And speaking of the Terminator, Scott McIntosh predicted there would be a Terminator event, which is not as deadly as it sounds, because the Terminator is like a protector, to where the sun would really wake up and we would get to much higher solar flux levels. And right now, holy flux, there are 7 sunspots on the Earth-facing side of the disk, and Venus is just going retrograde, and the energy's really crazy, and there was just an M1 class flare. And when the sun acts weird, Earth weather goes crazy, and people lose their minds, and then I start acting all strange. And I didn't sleep much last night at all, really, because I watched the first season, or the first 7 episodes of a show called The Witcher on Netflix. Nobody warned me it was going to be as good as it is. Hey, it's going to be a dangerous week weather-wise and Omicron-wise. So step up your prayer game. And why aren't you loading faster? European markets and crude oil. We're starting to feel the Venus retrograde and Capricorn pinch. Comet, Leonard, A1 civilization underwent an outburst and has brightened significantly. And so that's, something else interesting for sure. And Carl Batams is like, a number of astronomers are reporting this morning on a significant outburst, and that means brightening, from Comet Leonard after a couple of days of apparent dimming that followed a previous, more controversial but bracketed outburst last week. And 2021 could definitely use a little more romantic comedy. That joke never works anymore. Hey, it was my birthday yesterday, and it is Space Force's birthday today. So happy birthday, Space Force and Guardians. Protect and play defense. But yeah, as Northeast Massachusetts weather alert says, it's going to be a crazy week out there. Quotation marks, danger zone. So stay safe and healthy all. Never seen it spread so much. And so we'll be watching out for a weird low system that'll be going over Florida. And then you got wave after wave after wave of storm coming into the west coast. You got a big freeze down coming into Canada. You got a big heat up coming into Texas in the south. Then you got a wind event in the middle around Christmas. Yeah, so there's a lot to watch out for. But hey, this ain't our first rodeo. Heck, this ain't even our first dark winter. You know what I'm saying? So let's act like Asteroid Fight Club has leveled up. And yes, this could possibly be the weirdest Christmas of all time. And I don't know if you noticed, but Omicron is spreading like crazy across a lot of states in the USA. And so a lot of places have been having to close down, like NFL games and hockey games and Broadway shows, and Saturday Night Live even had to do like a 5-man, 2-crew dude valiant effort. So, it's going to get weird again. But hopefully God will watch over us and the sun will send us excellent energy. We got a chance of flares today. More flares, that is. Sunspot 2907 is directly facing Earth and is poised to erupt. There's a 20% chance of more M-class flares and an almost 100% chance of lesser C-class flares. I don't feel bad. C-class flares maybe will level up someday. Anywho, and then we had a surprise geomagnetic storm. Arctic Skywatchers were surprised on my birthday when a G1 class geomagnetic storm broke the official forecast. Little did we know we would get any display of auroras, said Marcus Varrick, who sent in this picture from Tromsø, Norway. It kind of looks like a phoenix or whatever you see. So we've got like 4 different sectors to watch: the south, the west, the central, and then the Canada. So that's quite a bit to watch over the next 5 days. And the West Coast is definitely going to be getting wave after wave after wave of storms. And like I said, if you watch the isobars in the middle, we're going to be getting some more wave wind events. You know, the volcanoes have been off the chart. And so, we're going to stay tuned. Look at this blob, man. Boom. That pretty much hits almost at tropical strength storm. So we've had tons of tornadoes in December, and now we may get a tropical storm in December over Florida in the next 72 hours. So I will do my best to stay here, hanging out with y'all, giving you updates in hopefully entertaining and informational ways. But I don't ever want to make you think that I don't understand that, yeah, it's dangerous out there, and stats are saying a lot of people are passing away at higher rates than usual, which is not good. I know. Hopefully we will get much better at working together as a team and playing defense during the next few months when we really need it. This from Orja Alvarez. Boom. Why are you still having loading problems? Yeah, maybe the hacker bots have already gotten into my machine and like 85% of its CPU power is being hacked and hijacked to mine more Bitcoins and crypto coins. Because that just seems to be the way the world has been going the last year or two. Bam! Did you see that? Yeah, that happened. Oh, it's loaded. That's just... Yeah, man. Ma'am, y'all. Almost everything seems interesting right now. I think the M-class flare may or was solar directed, sun directed, earth directed. Me can't talk. Oh man, what a bad time to lose my ability to be awesomely communicative and excellent with words or whatever. Here, Ben Oireland is talking about how amazing it is to see volcanoes make new beaches. Yeah, because it's been very volcano-y this year. Happy birthday to you. Portland's got some minor flooding going on. It's below zero east of Lake. Oh. It's breezy with scattered showers to persist through Friday around the Hawaiis. But yeah, the forecast models are calling for near record warm weather in Texas this Christmas. This is Doc V. High temperatures are projected in the models to be in the 80s. The amplitude of the North Pacific Ridge plus a small contribution from climate change aiding in these elevated temperatures. And sometimes when they say climate change, I think they mean climate change. And sometimes I think they mean volcanoes. But yeah, so and then you got cold up here. You got super hot, way too hot down here. And then you got your stormy weather in the middle. I don't know. In the last 11 days, I don't want to argue with anybody about shit. James Van Fleet. Storm in the Gulf of Mexico is already showing wind gusts around 35 knots in the strengthening center. Next few hours, that jumps up to around 60 knots gusts. Captain Mal has slowed, so we stay out of the storm. And, oh yeah, he's a ship captain or whatever. Something, I don't know. And I know the Grand Solar Minimum / Mini Ice Age guys are upset with me, but then, hey, what else is new? Why can't we all have a Christmas truce or just a truce for the end of the year? And then if that works, we can keep it going. I'm talking to everybody on Earth. Eric Berger. Bottom line, wear your ugly Christmas sweaters today and Tuesday because it's going to get hot soon here in Texas. And we're tracking the December tropical storm. Max wind gusts here for Tuesday from the Euro. A little more stronger than GFS, but gives an idea what to expect maybe. Make sure to unplug those Santas and Frosties. Beach action, ooh, could be interesting for West Central Florida as low pressure spins winds in from Gulf. Boom. So yeah, this is quite an event to track of the many. And in dystopian future, fire investigators say it's possible someone snuck inside and tried to get warm and accidentally caught a bunch of shit on fire. It's foggy in Sacramento, so watch out for vampires. Merry Christmas. The James Webb Space Telescope, which is like 26 years in the designing, creating, making, putting together, putting in the capsule, now about to blast it off, is only like 4 days away. I've been talking about that for almost the 9 years that I've been here at THORnews. Technically, I only started talking about it in 2014. So that's 7 years. This is the time of the year where women wear boots and jackets and look extra cute. Am I still allowed to say that? Okay, great. Hey, how are you? All right, so strong to severe storms developing all over the place kind of the next 5 days. Jupiter's about to leave Aquarius and go into Pisces with Neptune in 8 days. And Saturn will be all alone with Aquarius. Unrelated, the Kronos private cloud, a popular HR platform used by Tesla and many other companies, was hit by a ransomware attack. And if there's one thing everybody can do during the next 2 weeks is try to drive better, be more patient, look both ways, don't text while you drive, stay calm if you're passengers, no arguments or yelling. Like there have been way too many road rages and accidents and people shooting each other. Everybody needs to calm down. All the cool people in weather are pretty excited. Cranky weather guys coming back. That, yeah. But I find it's best not to get excited about stuff until it happens. Israel was like, hey, everybody stay the fuck out because of Omicron. And people, okay. Rescue workers in Malaysia free people trapped by flooding. I was laughing because I was trying to make a joke about and people in America are told to wear a mask, and they're like, my liberties are being trampled on. But then, I don't know, I guess people don't want jokes right now about shit like that. And then it comes segued into a whole thing about people in Malaysia who just got hit with and flooding. Very bad timing on my part. I don't know, man. Everything is so crazy. I'm trying to stay optimistic, in a good mood, and keep a sense of humor through it all. Can I trust my weather app? I don't know, but I can trust my cranky weather guy, so I hope he comes back. And no governments ever really talk about, hey, we need to update our plans of action for volcanoes and shit and earthquakes. People just fight all the time. The eruptive plume seen from a plane of the Tongatapu to Vavu airline is the Hunga Haipe volcano. I gotta look that up. The worst part is, usually around this time of Christmas, I just start rambling on about women and romance. And, that may be very unbecoming, but I can't help it. With all the movies and shit program. Oh, that's by New Zealand. So there's Papua New Guinea, and there's Australia. And here's where that big volcano eruption was. Look at that thing, man. It's like a giant bird with a long neck looking down. It's like, what is this? Or whatever. Yeah, so, I've been talking about the middle of, leading up to the 24th for months. And we're almost there. So it's just weird to have in the year 2021 volcanoes just popping off like freaking crazy. And the only thing people want to do is talk about cryptocurrency and argue over dumb shit and talk about politics way too often. Man, there's not even an election for 11 more months. Did you know that, man? Did you know that? So I would much rather talk about beautiful women who would probably never date me because I've gained some weight and apparently being rich is really in fashion now for men or some shit. I don't know. Man, I need to go see Spider-Man at some point. All right. So yeah, prepare for one of the weirdest Christmases ever. But Christmas miracles are always possible. Yeah. So do the best you can with what you have wherever you're at. And stay cool and be funny. And bring a good side dish to wherever you're going for Christmas if you're going somewhere. I guess it's Hot Girl Christmas or whatever. Except in Canada. And it's Cold Woman Christmas. Or Witches Titties Christmas. Can I even say Witches Titties anymore? Used to be an old saying it's cold as a witch's titty. I guess now that sounds disrespectful and objectifying. I would guess witches' boobs are pretty much the same warmth and softness and smoothness of, non-magic using ladies. I should talk about the weather. D. Snyder, Michael Snyder's brother. 'Tis the setup for a path for the Siberian Airway into British Columbia, Washington, Oregon. It's all connected, says Tyler. But yeah, so, man, this video's 15 minutes. Yeah, it definitely looks like an intense volcano eruption du jour. Yeah, it's going to be a strange and dangerous month. Comets, fireballs, solar flares, solar storms, and you plus storms. Just regular storms. Yeah, like 10% of the 700 plus players were in the league's virus protocol as of Saturday. That's hockey players, bro. Hey, key strong solar activity surge in just one rotation of the sun, 28 days. Look at the number of magnetic regions that have emerged on the sun, especially in the southern hemisphere. In a week, we've had 70 C-class flares and 1 M-class. Anyone still think we are in a grand solar minimum? That was today. That was a month ago. So yeah, sometimes things change really fast. So be a good adapter, my friends. And let's have a Christmas truce, everybody. But watch out. The White House warns supply chain shortages could lead Americans to discover the true meaning of Christmas. But rarely is the question asked, is your Apple Watch making you sad? No, because I don't have an Apple Watch. All right. Thank y'all for the birthday love, wishes, and for getting me closer to making the $633 goal left of my December THORnews fundraiser. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Nancy, Sean, and Xtina, Greg, Wizard of Oz, Anita, Stephanie, JJ, Greg, Charles, William, Roxana, Rod, Darlene, Dave, Jason, Carol, Patricia, Robert, Barbara, The Goods, The Texas Angel, Mist, Andrea, Alexis, Max, Lauren, Richard, Glenda, Arnica, Lightsoul, Dan, Marlita, Brian, and KJ, Asteroid Fight Club, and everybody on Earth. I appreciate you. I'm glad that I survived to another birthday, and I could have done it without everybody out there, including Space Force. All right, everyone have a great day. Play defense, stay cool, make good decisions, and keep your karma clean. Thank God when you can. God bless everyone. Talk to y'all soon. Have a wonderful Christmas. Happy holidays. Kick-ass Kwanzaa. And let's have a good new year if we can. Let's make the best of it. Hit the button, baby.